I'm stretching. Okay, welcome. Welcome everyone. Let's see. Gotta let you know that I'm live. Let's do a couple of these buttons. Alright. Okay. We're doing volume good. It's on. Okay. Should always be the first one to check to see if the mic's on. After you like go live, it's like that's like the second most important part thing. Let's see. Okay. Welcome. Hello. Hi, Star and Sprinkles. I'll really see when you chat. So if you're like this here, then yeah, you don't really, unfortunately, don't exist to me. Hello. Hi. Hello. Yeah, there we go. All right. Hello. There we go. Now we got chat. Hi. Hi, Josh. Nice to see you. Hi, commenter. There we go. All right, let's push the chat up a little bit. And there we go. Should be good. Kitty, thank you. Hello. I'm doing good. I know on Tuesday that was a weird day. It was just the most packed day that I've had in a while on Tuesday, where we're just like working for midnight marriage for practically like 2 hours, and then like a 3-hour meeting, and then working. Well, that's kind of like taking like a little break for like only like an hour to like just breathe. But then I had to like during that hour also set up the stream for that, so it's just like it was a mess. So, but yeah, it was weird. This is what Tuesday looked like. These are drawings that we made on Tuesday. So let me see if I can format this a little better so you can see it as best as possible. With me is in the way. Me is definitely in the way. Oh dear. Didn't think of that. Let's see. I can move it a little bit, but then actually where it was actually pretty good. Yeah, I just had to imagine it being. Well, I guess I could just do that and then slide it. There you go. Okay, we'll go with that. Hi. Okay, so for today's stream, I would like to get like a little vote. That's why all the numbers are there. The numbers say like which character you like. I'd like you to pick your favorite out of this delightful bunch. Oof. Yeah. So last Tuesday was just to figure out like just to speed run as many characters as I can. So now we get a big vote today. And the vote will determine which of these you like the best. And then out of these, I can then draw them more better. I was trying to think of other words, but yeah, more finessely better, taking time more than a couple seconds, you know. So yeah, the original concept was Derpy in different cartoons or different kind of styles. So let me get your votes in. One's coming in. A couple of them are coming in. I can go over them, yeah, if you want. So number 1 is Dragon Ball. Number 2, I think, is Ghibli. And then 3 was Pony, I guess, but like as Diamond Tiara. And then 4 was Animal Crossing. 5 was like a top-down video game kind of style. 6 was Adventure Time. 7 was Sonic. 8 was, what is this, Rayman. 9 was Bomberman. And then 10 is Butch Hartman himself. So let me read your chat. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Pachune. Maybe I'll do that later for you. Right now, let me get pen going and everything. So I got 1 there. Okay, 7. 1, 6. 10. No, that's 10 Derpies. Well, was 2. 4. You say 2. Now forget 6. Okay. I'm voting for 10. Okay. Josh, did you vote before? You say 7. Did I get that? You're going with 6 because... I have 7 get confused. Josh did say 7. Okay. You're going with 6. Let's see. Just making sure. I'm going to a few. Going to 6. Okay. So there we go. Does that seem right? Does everyone have, like, their vote that seem to be accounted for? Do you think I might have counted you twice? Otherwise, now we gotta do a semifinals with all these then. Which, semifinals is hard because then you'll definitely vote maybe for your same one and then nothing happens. Yeah, you got yours. Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's do semifinals. Does that sound good? Okay, so should I just give rhythm? Womp. No, I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. Womp. Please womp. Not womping. What did I even do? I can't even see. Let me do it a couple times. There we go. I guess get rid of the numbers instead. Oh, they're on this layer. Sorry. Okay. Womp. Womp. I have it on a different layer, so they're not zomped completely. Womp. Womp. Okay. Make us vote on 2 at a time. What do you mean by that? Cause now I'm more confused. Maybe I don't know. Or I guess I can now it's narrowed down to like half of them that, let's see, a tournament? Maybe. Or I could just choose mine, but it's still a wide net. And I still want to know. Because now we all got different ones. I don't know. Let's see. Because they're all so good is the problem. That's what's wrong with this, is that they're all too good. Oof. What would we do? I mean, it's still up to you guys, I think. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so between 2 and 4, which one do you like best? And then I'll do it in a different color, I guess. Or I can get rid of these ones. And then, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you guys know how to do these better. Okay, so between 2 and 4, 2 and 4, which one do you like? We say 2, 2, and 4. Okay. That seems pretty good there. Not everyone voted for all of them, but I guess we'll just have to keep going because not one's gonna vote anyway. Okay. We'll do that then. Okay. Between 6 and 7. Yeah. Ooh, sorry, you got too late with the 4. I can bring them back, but I think, yeah, just because I'm latency. Let's do 6 and 7. Got a 6. 6. 7. That's where the fun is. This is gonna take a while, but okay. Looks like 6-1. We just gotta get going with this. Ah, cut off your leg. First one at 2 wins, I guess. Okay. And then I guess 10 will have to be part of it too, I guess. Even though that kind of like a weird elimination where we didn't really have them in any of them. But oh well. Okay, final vote. Mine's gone. That's how these kind of have to work. One of them has to win. We just gotta go. Okay. Between 2, 6, and 10. Let's do all of them. 2, 6, and 10. Let's do that. First one to 2 votes wins. Or just one. If we just gotta go with it. If you still want 6, that's still in running. I'm doing 2, 6, and 10. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, first one to do another vote. Someone new. Might be able to change history. Come on. Oh, I just want to get this going. I mean, the easiest would have just been like a full vote, but then we were very closed out. I see There we go. 6. Ah, all right. Who wanted that then? Where's 110? But I could definitely do all of them. I mean, you guys can definitely take these pictures, and if you want to do fan art of them, then you can definitely choose to make your own fan art. That's what I'm saying. So, okay, first and 2 votes wins. That's a rule. 6 wins. Alright. I think that's pretty good. But German will always be on our hearts. Or Derpian. There he is. He's not forgotten. You know, he'll be here. Yeah, they were all too cute. Oh man, this is definitely the cutest one, so I'm happy. I can definitely work with this. That's the fun part. Which Derpman. All right. I'm sure like the voting was somewhat bonked, but hey, we got to one of them, so there we go. And a reasonable amount of time. Thank you so much. If you didn't win, then definitely you can, you know, again, make your own fan art if you're an artist, or see if you can get someone to make it. I don't know, but I'll probably just stick with this one for now, and then we can do another thing later on. It's absolutely doing all 10 of them would then take, if each of these took like a whole stream or less, then it would take like 2 week, 5 weeks, about a month. It would take a whole month to do all these at that rate then, roughly. Probably a little bit less than a month or more. So that's why we had to choose one of them. So that's what this is. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this, and then we'll just have fun with this. Let's see. What we call it? This is adventure. Derpy. Just so I can put everything in one symbol is easier for me. Because then it's like in a different dimension practically. You can see this timeline down here. It has different layers of 1 to 6, and then I can go outside of it by double clicking, and then I got different timelines. So that's how symbols work, is that they have internal timelines that can, if it like runs out of frames at the end of here, and if going on the outside of it, it's shorter or longer, then it might loop or not. So that's why Flash is fun. With Toon Boom, it doesn't quite have that, so it's kind of hard to like think about it like that. But yeah, you have to not think in terms of internal timelines and symbols and stuff. Toon Boom is more linear, so obviously it can't always be the same. But it's just like I'm so used to it to like go into Toon Boom. It's like, wait a minute, I mean I can't do that. Oh boy. Oh, hello. Yeah, we have to get the ball born. I just got to get like one of them. Was the whole point of this. So good. Okay. Let me pick up actually a no tab so I can get a new. Whop. I'm getting a reference. Just make sure so I can see other characters and see if there's any kind of line weights. Well, that's true. I could do it. I got an email or something. Hang on. Oh, that's good. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. Good night. Yeah, I'm just trying to see whether or not I want to do it in the same line art style as Adventure Time. I mean, I guess that's the point of it, right? Is that if it was like in a different one of the other ones, I probably would have changed my ink outline style, probably. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that now. Where, I'll see what kind of lines they use. Trying to see if there's, yeah, references. Do they look at corners is usually what I look for. To see if they taper or are they rounded. So actually you can have like a line a little bit darker, please. Thicker. Looking at the cap of the line, whether it's like this or not. I'm trying to see what they got. Looks like it's a hand brush. Like it's freeform brush instead of using geometric shapes that I usually do. Gotta look at corners. Let me look at this picture closer. Looks like they might have erased some of the lines. I guess I can put this on. So I'm looking at this to see where exactly this kind of line ends. Does it end in this kind of end? Looks like it's pointed. So I could do something like that. Okay. Yeah, I just need to see this. Very thin lines. Okay. Yeah, see like the line like wobbles. Like it's not like a vector line. It's like has separate lines on top of each other. So maybe like the main, yeah, like the main outline is thicker than like some of the inner lines. But like this line weight or width is actually like thicker than this one. Huh. So that's what I'm looking at. Is that there's like, yeah, that there's corners. Okay. I think I got it. Okay. Yeah, it's very weird. Alright, so now I see like the caps are not like this, but rather they have varying line weights and also, actually I should make it more rectangle, because then I can do my regular, this trick, and get the same kind of line, and then maybe I can add points here and there like that, and then maybe get this thinner, I guess. Does that be more of a line, I guess, that I saw? What I interpreted it is? Yeah, I'll just say I'm not exactly a huge fan of Adventure Time. I'm not as versed as definitely not Pony. I watched maybe here and there a couple episodes, but not like I'm gonna sit down and watch it kind of a feeling. So that's where that's gonna come from. I think I'll just make it like a cleaner sketch, just so I can see which of these lines actually are real, and then do a cleaner line. Like I even got it kind of close with this kind of line, but I can't do it too. On command it's harder. Yeah. Let's see. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I think what I just did was try to make it as exaggerated kind of lines as I could. That there's just like bigger, bold shapes that are very, obviously very cartoony than anything else. While also capturing the same kind of forms that Derpy's hair usually has. It's kind of almost like Pony Life, where it's kind of, it's definitely not Cal Arts, or whatever that kind of style you want to call it, but it's more bold, simple, minimalistic amount of lines to be able to portray this as a character. That's promotional? Okay. I'll look for an actual character. A screenshot. It's hard to find screenshots. Oh, I see. Yeah. Look at this Guardian newspaper thing. It's ventured out the weirdest kids show ever. Yeah, okay. Let's see. At their dinner. Okay. So when I do the final lines, I'll make sure to follow that then. Okay. Womp. And then just get some bolder. Getting kind of like 90s Cartoon Network kind of feel for this. Where they had like those thick marker lines as like outlines. Get something like that might be nice. You like the two stupid dogs kind of Dexter's Lab. I don't know why I went with that first. Powerpuff Girls first season kind of like marker aesthetic. You know, like how in 60s and 70s, like I think it was 70s, Disney had like the Xerox era where those were basically just using like not using cells, but Disney would just Xerox, which is like a printer, the original hand-drawn paper, sketched and all, of the characters, rather than making cells where it's a separate, like you'd have like a paper where then you draw on here, but then you would bring it onto a cell which is shiny, and then you would ink and paint on there, and then have the opposite side, you would flip it over and then paint it. So you put all the color on the other side, and then you would put it on a camera, have a look down at it, and then picture it. But they skipped all of this and then just put the actual picture on a printer and then put it on a camera. So anyway, that was just to say, like, they had different methods back then to do a little bit different. Maybe this, maybe we could do a bigger, I'll figure that out, bigger wing to make it more fantasy, I guess. And then we get the beautiful eyes, and then whoop. I'll never get the same kind of feeling, but there you go. There you go. Alright. That's pretty good. Okay, so now I got that as a sketch. Dim it. If you're a Flash user, I like to hold shift on the visibility, and it turns it like half opacity. So as a user, then like go into like your fills and like, yeah, obviously if you have different like colors on it, you wouldn't want to go into like each of those and like put them to like half opacity, or if it's a symbol and just change it. And it's like, just gotta change it like to half opacity like that, and it's easier. This Derpy is inspired by Adventure Time. Let me see, probably should get black lines, and then I could do it freeform. That might be quicker, it might actually be more authentic, but I like my method of using straight lines and then bending them. I don't know. So obviously it might just look like this with the red line. I was scared I wouldn't be able to get the pointy edges, but I guess sometimes it works. Or I guess I like, if I get it like really wrong, there we go. Like that's not a perfect point, but I guess I can change the vector and make sure that it looks pretty good. But okay. Well, let's see. Only problem again is that some of the outlines, it seems to be the same way. Like, I was worried that the line weight width would be inconsistent, but it seemed to be then inconsistent. Okay, we'll just go with it and then say not be too much. So let's make it 20. Gotta cut once and measure before you actually cut. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. You did a fan art? Let me see. Oh, oh, that's awesome. Oh, thank you. I don't know, should I show it on stream, or I guess I can plug into, if you want to see it, then you can find the Discord channel. Find it there. Thank you. Thank you for posting that there. Okay, let's see if this line is pretty good. Just gotta make sure. I think I just gotta do it real quick as a gesture and go wah, wah. I know I'm totally off base with that line, but wah, wah. This is why I use vector lines, because my hand is not made to do this too, right? I'm so used to like just, I don't know. Let's see. Could just do that and bop bop. So for every line I have to do that? I don't know. Until some of them look pretty good. Like the point there looks good. That's what I'm more concerned about. And then I could just, maybe, I don't know. I don't know why I got weird. Trying to figure out what I want to do, and then I can repeat it over and over. But until then, I'll Does that to work with this? I don't know. Maybe this will work. I'm just experimenting with what kind of line I want to do. I think that'll work. If I get rid of that. Sure. I can show it? Okay. I'll show the fan art. Let's see if I can open original. Yeah. Brings you to the tab. Thank you. Here's the beautiful fan art. Thank you. I love the animation. What was this made in? How'd you draw this in? That's awesome. Alright. I gotta get faster on my thing. Womp. I really want to use my vector lines. I miss them so. It's weird when it's like, you know, like the red line one, it was just like instant. Where it's like I was able to just draw it freeform. But now it's like, as soon as the line's thinner, it feels like it really shows like my shakiness. It's got smoothing under 100%. I mean, I can like lower it and see like if that helps. Now to make it more width changing. So maybe that'll work better. I'm trying so hard. I just gotta go with some of these and just say like, oh, bop, and then bop, and then bop, or bop. Okay. Womp. 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 Good things these are easy to do, but man, this is, yeah. This is like its own challenge. It's like, come on. Yeah, the sketch is like using a giant like Sharpie marker to like draw them like real simple. But now it's like, oh, I gotta make sure that every line always has the taper. I think it's what is probably the best way to call it. Where it ends in a point with these kind of lines. Now it's like, I don't know how to not do this good. Also probably I had it like at this zoom. And that probably also helps. Also probably like the overlap, you know? When you have like a thicker line, you're able to like overlap it like much more. But then when it's thinner, I don't have any thinner things. But it's like it's much harder to do that. Trying to make these arcs go up and down, up and over, 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 over. I tend to draw with my hand instead of my wrist, so I feel like I probably should use my wrist more. It kind of helps a little bit. I'm sure I can like clean this up a little bit as I go, but yeah. Yeah. So just moving to vector points. You can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm moving the vector points around so that they will then overlap each other, creating a negative space, pretty much. Oh boy. Washing machines? Oh, that's cool. Hello. Oh, you did? Oh, that's not got to. Yeah, I didn't see it, sorry. Maybe just some technical thing where I didn't. YouTube didn't want me to see it, and I wanted it to. I could round this out. Maybe like a cone or something. Whop. Add some more. Yeah, that was looking good. Alright, and then whomp. Okay, I guess, I don't know. I feel like maybe this could be pulled in a little bit more. So for there. Yeah. Once I just kind of figure these out, and some of these in again, then it gets a little quicker. Okay. Let's see. Made the frame that was paint and then converted it to a GIF. Oh, cool. Nice. How many years? Have you been drawn? Was that for... Let's see. Who was that? That was Kitty. Okay, thanks. Mm-hmm. They like the acronym of... Image... Oh, weird. Maybe. I know that I have, like, somewhat of a swear filter thing that's sort of on there. I mean, doesn't always work. That's why I got moderators. In case the bot fakes or fails. So, maybe if you use certain words that I might have put in there, like .coms or HTTPs or something, I probably wouldn't put in MS Paint, but maybe there is something weird in there that'll automatically flag it for profanity or just like keeping the peace kind of words, you know, making sure that everything's going good. This is like weird fingers. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I guess it kind of works. I can make it more stylized somehow, and I'm not sure what I want to do with that. Make it more fluffy, maybe? I don't know what I want to do with this. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay. I've been drawing probably my whole life, but like professionally, or at least with the YouTube, since like 2013. So 7 years maybe. Be coming up on that. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes the messages get dropped. I don't know. That's true. Yeah. Where we spend less time on it, like looks better somehow. Probably just you're actually being looser, which is good for drawing. To be as loose as possible with your drawings is good. Or you don't expect it to be good, and then it's like, well, that actually turned out fairly well, and you're like surprised by that, you know. Then like, I'm gonna work on this, and it's like, it's not exactly what I want, but I can't, you know, undo it. Or do it better now. That happens a lot. I get that. Let's see. I don't know. Those eyes seem to be... I don't know. Everyone draws better when they're not really thinking about it. I think so. Yeah. So that's to kind of, you know, get into the mode of like, well, I'm just gonna have to trace these and whatever, and just like, just go fit and say like, alright, I'm just drawing this and pop, yeah. So, let's go with that. Womp. Let's make that nice little circle. And whoop. Every time I draw a mouth, it's always a little bit different. Yeah, that works. Let's bring this over a little bit. There you go. Okay, that works. Then I can just clean up the lines and color it, and then we should be pretty good. I want to change, a couple of these lines though. I feel like some of these, are always gonna be a little bit weird. So we're not out of the woods quite yet, but we should be getting there. I don't know, there's so many like weird things. Yeah, like you're saying that it's... Artists always feel like they get so into it that they never really step back and think like, oh yeah, what am I even talking about? Like these words don't really mean anything to anyone else. Like it's just so relatable to artists that we just kind of become this community of like, oh man, I understand, yeah. But then no one else does. I'm sure there's like other jobs or professions like that, but it just seems like, especially to me, because that's what I'm interested in, that just kind of happens. Never step back and go, oh yeah, I guess that is weird, or no one really else has that problem, you know. I don't even know what I'm thinking about, but something like that. It's looking pretty good. What do I want to do with this line? Which one would be in front? This part would be in front. So it'll be like that. Maybe? That works. So just pull on the vectors to make sure that the points become like null and destroy themselves pretty much. Yeah, boy. Yeah. It's got a little choppy. That's alright. I could redo it. And just say wop, 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 wop. There you go. One of these lines will work. I don't know. Best metaphor is like that SpongeBob episode where like Squidward and SpongeBob are like in an art class, sort of. I don't even know what it was, but like Squidward is trying to teach SpongeBob art, and then SpongeBob's like, "Oh yeah, well you just, you know, I drew a perfect circle." And he's like, "How'd you do that?" Well, you start with a whole face, and then you just delete it, and like remove some of these weird parts, and then you get a circle. It's just like, yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of how it is. We're like, yeah, you want like these certain shapes, but it's like, how do I get to that? And it's like, well, I know how to draw, you know, this. So you just draw that. Or work backwards. Use bone brush. Let's see, that's another comment. And that's in mouse. Definitely mouse will be the most, it's definitely not impossible, but it's definitely the most like universally like, oh, you're using a mouse kind of feeling. I don't know. I definitely use a mouse probably at some point. Definitely like in, you know, if in schools, like in grade school, they didn't really always have, you know, $1,000, $2,000 tablets for everyone to use. So definitely have to play with that in school and stuff, but yeah, once you kind of get into it, it's like, yeah, you want to get the most out of it. Make your experience the most fun. Or make sure that I don't know, it's definitely not required, especially if you're not, I know that some people like still like animate or like draw traditionally, which is totally fine. I'm not saying like they're like, what are you doing? You must use a tablet. It's like, it's definitely helps with just like the experience or user experience of making digital art. It's just like, it's more natural to like, I'm using a pen on a screen. And it's like, whatever I draw is being directly reflected. So in that case, it makes it simpler, but it's definitely, yeah. You still get like the computer problems, which still will come up at some point, so you're still not out of the woods with that, but it's like definitely gets you most of the way there. Probably like a lot more than you'd think, but probably a little bit less than what you probably would want. But yeah, MS Paint is definitely not the most worst part of that scenario, I would think. It would be your tablet. But definitely if you want to like learn drawing, and definitely, especially nowadays, it seems weird like to say to someone like, well, maybe you should practice on paper first. It's like the kids like, oh, never think like, maybe that's not software that I can use. You know, it's like, I wanted to use the software. It's like, no, I doodled in math class and drew a bunch of pictures. And so I just drew a bunch of like, I was like very like into like drawing like certain like characters over and over. It's because I always wanted to like, you know, it's like I like those characters. I just want to keep drawing them over and over. So I remember like drawing like Yoshi from like Super Mario like over and over just to like make it good. Never actually got good at it, but yeah, it's like, I'm just gonna keep going with that and draw different scenarios with them, or make little small comics or something with them in school. But oh yeah, I kept a lot of my school artwork. Probably still have them probably on a desk or somewhere. I'll probably pick them out somewhere. I think even behind me I have a giant stack of school stuff. That'd be fun as a little retrospective to look at my old artwork. They're definitely not, you know, close to any of this, but like that'll be more weird. I don't know. Most of them might like have private information, so I don't know if I probably should, you know, actually do that, but I think for most of my other ones, they're definitely the ones where it's just like, oh, it's just actual picture, then I can definitely do that. Something. And I could do like a Derpy right now, or a Yoshi. The way that I used to draw Yoshi was like in like a couple steps, you know. I feel like I'm actually drawing this way better than I probably had like 10 years ago. It's like, oh, this is actually more effort now. Or actually more cartoony in proportions, but I always draw them like this, and then I would draw a little cheek there, and then that, and then I would draw them like that, and then little bumps. And it's just like, that's not quite accurate at all. But I always draw them like this and have the seat there and keep going with that. Never know how to like draw arms even back then, so what do you expect me to draw arms better, you know, today? That's something like that. There you go. But it's like that. That's probably how I would probably do it, but like I probably figure out like how to actually draw it a little bit more, either more cartoony in some way, or figure out like how to do it a little better. There's actually more shape like that, I think, without any good references. And then something like that. That's just a head, but yeah, it's already like seemed to have more shape and value and whatever else out of that. I think that's pretty good. I'm noticing that's not the zoom. I'm noticing something wobbly here. I got so many points. There you go back. I could just draw this again. There you go. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, to follow the drawing book. Yeah. How to draw books, definitely. I had like a Nintendo one where, yeah, it was something like that. I would always want to like trace them just because I was always like mad that I wasn't able to draw it correctly. It's like, ah, look, I drew it good. Look at that, I traced it. Oh boy. You're good. Alright. Yeah, Cookie does a lot of that. Cookie chats too much. It's fine. Let me get a palette. I could just drop Derpy in here. And then kind of put her off to the side, and then I can just ink paint it. And we'll see the moment of truth whether I filled all the lines good. Yay! Alright. Alright. Got the line. Bop, bop. There we go. Okay. Okay. Thankfully, this was very simple of a character. I don't know what I would do with the other ones, honestly. I feel like I probably would have had much more of a stressed time or figured out more. Or kind of like how I did this, where like I looked it up and figured out kind of like more how to do the line weights kind of a thing. Yeah, it's cute arse. Maybe I can like figure out how to make this even. I'll get rid of the color, or I can go inside of that. Figured that out. There we go. Okay. Delete the color, and then I can make this face even smaller. That'll be better. There we go. Let's do some. I don't know how many two-tone shadings they do, or for legs behind some. Not actually, really. I don't actually see much of that. Yeah, there's not much of that. Okay, I'll make it like that then, which is simple then. Let's ground it. Maybe we can add a shadow. Let's do something. Let's see, probably like 50%, and then like do something like that. Okay. Womp. Where'd it go? Womp. Let's do something like that. Black, and then try to figure out like something shapely like this, maybe. Maybe like a big cloud shape. Or I could have drawn it on the same layer. Oh no. Aw, dang. I had to draw it again. I put it on the wrong layer. Now I can do it again. Let's do it. I can do it quicker. And then I connect it. What's going on? Are these... Oh! Okay. The blue line means that they're objects instead of lines. So that could happen. Okay. There we go. Oof. We made it. There we go. As well as the little Yoshis. This is fun. A little scene now. So get rid of them. Yeah, they're fine. What I should make? Nah, they're good. I was gonna make the pupils, like her yellow eye color. But I guess I got black dots, so that kind of works. I think that's pretty good. I don't know what else to add because it's all simple. How are we doing? Little face, but small. What I could do, let me see. It's all on one layer. I'll get rid of Yoshi here. Maybe put Yoshi on a different new, separate layer. Make them special. What I can do is actually make this into a new symbol. It's already inside a symbol, but I guess it'll work. So this will be Derpy Adventure Time. Make it a movie clip. Because what I want to do is add a thicker outline. So what I can do is add a filter. Let's see. What would I want? I'm trying to think of between a drop shot or a glow would work. I could have a glow and then just make it not actually have any... have a 0% blur on it. Maybe that'll work. And then add a black and then outer glow. Let me actually be able to see it just real quick. And then just make this thicker maybe. Probably has to be like 1% blur. I guess that's probably the thing. Problem is I don't see it as a problem. Where did I see my glow? There it is. See, that's what it's trying to do, but it's not quite going. Something like that. Just make it like a little bit more. That's what I want it to do. That kind of works. I don't know. Yeah, it's too blurry. Maybe I could try a drop shadow. See if that'll work. Make it 0% there. Maybe the distance. So it needs to be like 0% distance, but just like bigger. Maybe it'll work. Oh yeah, what did we actually figure out? Like it doesn't actually have to have a thicker outline. What am I doing? Okay, sorry. Let's leave it like that. Okay, whoops. Okay. I think we're actually good. I thought it was so simple that we actually finished on time. Yay! Alright. Okay. I think we're actually good. Okay, let me get rid of the pals. Okay. And shadow. We can make the shadow a blur. Maybe that'll be good. The shadow. Ooh, let's do that instead. Okay. Blur it. How's that look? A little bit. There we go. So like it's, yeah. 10. It should be black, so whatever kind of, yeah, it should kind of follow along with whatever kind of color it is behind it. Okay. So it's not determined on what kind of color it is. It's not that this is tinted, it's that it's just a low opacity. So that's how it's gonna work. Okay, anyway. I think we're good. Yay! It's something. Oh boy. Should I make the face a little smaller? I think it's kind of feels too big. I think that's pretty good. I definitely feel like I got probably not much experience with the actual art style itself. Just based on that small sample size that I saw of it being thin line weight, line weight. So thin line weight, and then the tapered lines, which means that it goes to a point at the cap. Probably some pressure sensitivity here and there is a little bit weird. Probably the smoothing here and there was also a little weird. I think we're good. I don't know what else to add. What do you guys think? I think you guys like it. Otherwise, we could do either an extended toaster time or anything else you like to see. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else to do. Alright. Well, if I just go to toaster time, then basically just my head goes away. That kind of helps. So, I'll go to toaster time, and then we can do some Q&A or whatever else I like to do. But, yeah, I think it's about it for what I want to do. So, thanks for watching. See ya. Welcome back. It's just a little smaller. Your face is a little small. There you go. Alright. Yeah. No, this was already a drawing experiment. I don't know. I think I'm good. We can do Q&A if you like to do. Because now we had a little bit of the drawing sort of like specific questions, but if there's nothing else. Because I think that just kind of opens it up to like me rambling on an answer for 10 minutes each. Oh boy. Yeah, glad you guys were able to join. I don't know how you're doing that little face there. What's like the eye made out of? What is that? Let's see. Oh, it's a special. It's like a middle decimal point. Whoa. Oh, that's crazy. Is it katakana? Is that what that's saying? What's going on? I see katakana middle dot. Is that what it is? You just copied it from the store page for QT. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's like that shrug emoji, which I tend to I copy paste that shrug guy. Maybe I can find my drawings. I don't know if I'd be able to find any real quick. Yeah, somewhere. Somewhere. Let me see. That's a big box. I don't know how much I should get to show it though. That's the problem. 7. What's this? This math? What is this? Yeah, probably the green screen probably won't work, so I'll probably have to figure this out. Let's see. Okay. Let me go to, does this work? Full face cam, and then, whoa! Let's turn, I want this one on, but then this one off, and then I'll have to, that almost works on certain points. There we go. This is a notebook that I just found. So this is, I don't know what grade it was. I feel like this might actually been in college. Let me see. I probably use this for a lot. I don't remember. But, yeah. Let's see. There's some full screen things. I don't know what this one is. It's got like apples on its back, so maybe it could be like an applejack or something. I don't know. This is why I don't do traditional art. Oh boy. Oh, it's fading away. Let's see. This might be a Pinkie Pie-ish thing. I feel like this was only like 4 or 5 years ago, but it's still like distant memory. It's so weird. Yeah. It feels so weird. As like, this is not so long ago, but it's still like, feels so distant. Maybe some smaller things. Let me check. Okay. Smaller things, a whole bunch of little things that are disappearing. I'll have to turn the green screen off. There's no way that this is gonna work. Actually, wrong one. Video capture device. Properties? No, filters. Hang on. I was trying to load it. Filters. Chroma key off. Okay. That should work. That should work a little better. How about I do this? Yeah, you see some of them. I think there's a Dalek in the middle right there. I think some Pokemon, like a Turtwig. And then a Sergeant Frog. I think a whale. Is that like a Snivy there? And some like Monita. And like Professor Layton or something? I don't know. It's hard to see like from myself anyway. Yeah, like in person it looks even weird. Let's see. So we can find another one. Maybe. Let's see what this is. This is art class. That's what all this is. I call it art class, but it's like, I don't know. Let's see. This is a gradient. I think we're using like charcoal or something. But basically just like, it goes white to black kind of thing. So I was supposed to learn value. I didn't really see the value of any of it. Some weird stuff. Some weird life still pictures. Here's a man. Oh, I think it's actually a guy. I think he's a director. I forgot what his name is. See if you can figure it out. He's got some hair. How we doing? Yeah, I don't know. Some other weird things. Skip that one. Just for time and weirdness. Oh, here's fun. Here's a baby. Yeah. I was only in college like in like 2013, 14 or something, so it must have been only like 4 or 5 years ago. David Lynch, you're right. Way to go. That's still life, so I gotta skip a couple of these, but it wasn't too bad, just like it just got a little weird. Let's see. Here's another famous guy. It's okay. He's the one with the hat, so it's okay. Oh boy. Ages is one check. No. Here's where the chat is. I have to like look over to you to see what you're doing. Yeah. Charles Chaplin, you got it. Yay. Oh, I hate all this. Oh boy. Skip a couple of these just for fun. And then it was like, I'm done drawing realistic people, so I'm just gonna draw a Crusher girl. You're all this iconic, yeah. Little thing. I think it's Octavia. Oh boy. Let's see. What else? I think there's more. I'll be going backwards. That's probably the point of that. So I'm going backwards. Some more. I think I just drew these by not much reference or anything. Yeah, that was Octavia. This is Vinyl Scratch. I think this is Trixie. I don't do well with drawing traditionally and or at all. So it's just kind of like I don't know. A lot of perspective things. I don't know if this is interesting or not. It's kind of hard to see. But yeah, it goes in the distance. Kind of a thing. Womp womp womp. This is like a Bob Ross thing. I don't know, you can only really see the tree. Oh boy. No Mark sweaters. Oh, this was fun. It was like try to draw in perspective. So like in the middle is like a 3D pyramid triangle thing. And there's a bunch of like small people to show scale, I guess. And then there's a guy in a, what's he doing? He's got a little parachute and he's got a little machine gun or something. And then there's a giant hand on the side. He needed to show weird scale then. And then it's like, well, what kind of scale is this then if there's a big hand compared to these small guys? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if they're old drawings, but just like older drawings, you know. But definitely everything's older than what I just did today. Oh yeah! Our final thing for like one of the art classes was to make a big storyboard. End of regular content, now we're in toaster time. So I had to make a storyboard. So like we had to design like everything. So I designed this like Man of La Mancha, the guy with the windmill kind of a guy. And he was gonna be like a knight with a big knight helmet. Yeah, I don't know, he's pretty cool. He's got a little feather hat and everything. I don't know if I have the storyboards, but they were like big pieces of big like pages like this size of storyboards. So that was really fun because then it's like able to mix between like my writing stories as well as art. This is another character. It's gonna be like a princess to save, so that's probably my sketched out one there, and then style figure out of like what kind of style I wanted out of that. Oh, this is really hard to see, but it's all really light anyway. But yeah, it was like basically it was just like a weird like a bunch of different camera angles to show like a duel. But I think at one point, yeah, let me see. So they get a big arena, and then long shot, and then it cuts to like the main guy, Don Quixote. I guess so. Don gets his helmet on, and then gets it all ready, and then Princess brings the helmet, and then it just like cuts to like a horse out on the field, and so Don gets on a horse, and then he like looks around, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready," and then like a close up on his eyes, he's like, "What?" As he like cut over, and then on the other side of the field is a horse, but then there's a horse on top of him, and then there's a horse riding the horse, and then another guy is like bringing the top horse his hat, and then and then they duel, and it just gets crazy after that. So yeah, and then it continues, and then they fight, and then they duel with the big sticks. And then I think the guy pushes the horse that was on the horse off, and then the other horse is like, "Whoa, that happened." And then Dawn and then Princess like high five, and then end. I think I had an alternate take somewhere. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even know what's going on here, but anyway, during the fight I had to like a little more violent, so like I changed it. A little less. And this one was like a top down of the arena. Did some freaking things out. So I could like figure out like the cameras, I think, for some of these bits. Like camera might be here or something. I don't know what these are. Maybe they're trees. Yeah, they're trees. Just to figure things out. So I did a lot of sketches in there just to figure out stuff like that. So that really helped to be able to like use all my skills pretty much all in that. For some reason there's like a castle thing at the end here. I don't know what this is for. But maybe that's like where the arena sort of had. Anyway, that was one of them. Oof. It's hard to see in real life too, so don't you worry. Yeah, I can find like one more. I don't know. What is this? Oh, that's my October one. I'm gonna put this stuff there. Oh, now we're getting back in time. This one's old. Oh, I can even call it math. Yeah, there's some math in there. Another binder here. I don't know. I think I got some of these math wrong too. This is fun. How we doing now? How you guys doing? See you then. Alright. Hope you guys had fun. Yeah, I'm trying to go through memory lane down here. Oh yeah, some angles and projectors and stuff. Let's see. No card. Angle bisector. I don't know what this all is. Why did I keep some of this? That's so weird. It's warm-ups. I was just thinking if there's any doodles in here. Most of this is math. This is boring. Get out of here. It's like some geometry. A lot of triangles. I don't know if you can see this one. This one's pretty cool. Let me see. Oh, there's a doodle. Didn't even notice. Womp. There's a cool triangle, and whatever reason there's like a face guy. Where is he? There he is in the middle. There he is. Pop pop. There he goes. He's got a big nose. Oh boy. Yeah, it's a bunch of geometry and weird algebra. Like 2x minus 4 equals x plus 4. And I guess that's this all for x. Is that right? Yeah. Trying to figure this out. 36 degrees divided by n equals ET. That's not, you could be able to, you can't solve that. Come on. See if there's anything else. Yeah, I'll just skip to the end and see if there's anything. I'll probably finish there then. That's the last page. Is there anything in the back? Oh, there's little thing. Oh, it's little, I always find these little small things. I don't know, I always find like my drawings and like school things were like always like minuscule, like millimeter size things. They were like literally in the corner here. There's a bunch of like teapots. It's like the what do you call them? Like the standard like default teapot thing. And I guess I drew it in different angles. I don't know. Who even knows? Yeah. A lot of weird things. Oh, here's some more on the back of it. Again, these are like hard to see for like regularly again. Like in real life, it's impossible to see like a lot of these. There you go. Best you can see like is this Triforce thing. Let's see. It's like a Navi, like from Zelda. Some other shapes. Well, actually, just regular shapes, like a Rainbow Dash cutie mark and a pony head in the very corner. Right there. Something like that. Oh boy. There we go. Ugh. Oh, that was fun. Let me just go back to end. There you go. How do we think of that? X was 8. I think it was 11, but I'm sure that I got it wrong, so thank you. Oh boy. Oh, redo your taxes. Okay, I thought you wanted me to redo my math or something. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty good ending point on that. So I can drink some water here. Okay. Let me zoom out for you. See the full thing. I think the shadow moved. Boop. There you go. So I'm not gonna be up front on the equation again. Let's see. I'm gonna just do some what do you call it? I should blanked. The next time stuff. So next time on Tuesday, because the Pony Life apparently got delayed or just moved, or no one knew what the actual date was. But anyway, it seems like the 18th or 21st. So I was like, what am I supposed to do about that? So I was gonna do something with that, where I was gonna make a Pony Life puppet character, so then we can animate with them. Make a base, then make it into different characters, I guess. But I wanted to see in action first, so I can see like how, essentially like how they animate them, so I could then reverse engineer it and like figure it out and then have fun with that. But I wanted to do it next week, but that seems to not be the case. So that's why we're doing all these weird things, experimental things right now. So, yeah, so for next week, I guess, because it's in 2 weeks that Pony Life will appear, and I want to make sure that I get it right instead of just guessing. So next week I want to do something. I looked into the Bob Ross, or at least reversing YouTube videos. So it'll like start at the end and then go backwards. Apparently there's a couple websites that can do it. But it's like I have a video editor software. I have Premiere and After Effects. So I mean, I could do it myself, where I can simply just download a Bob Ross episode and then do some Premiere magic and then export that as a video and then have my little Bob Ross window magic screen and then go along with that. So that seems to be probably the easiest way to go about that instead of figuring out with however good the those websites are, just how scamming they seem. But yeah, that seems like one of them. I know that today it seemed like I set it up on Tuesday that this would be a different type of stream, so I'm kind of slowing it out. So maybe on Tuesday we could do what I said that we would do, even like last Tuesday, where we would do like a Mad Libs style of character design, where you guys can comment random words, which still be random, don't I know it, of like different adjectives and different nouns or whatever, and then I draw a character based on those words. So that's my idea. I don't know. It obviously will depend on the chat and then how well that'll go. But I think that'll be good. And then, so then next week, so next Thursday, it'll be the Bob Ross, just like I have time to figure out how to do it properly, you know. And then it'll be like the big like showstopper kind of wait for it kind of fun thing, because that could be probably the most challenging thing. Most hard to do challenge I've probably done on this. Just because I'm thinking about it, that it's like he's gonna like say like thanks for watching and then go, let me delete this tree real quick, and then it's just like, whoa. Where'd it go? So I have to like memorize and like watch it carefully as I do it. And then in 2 weeks, then we'll start the Pony Life thing. And then however long that'll take, and I don't have any plans for after that. So that's basically the near term stuff that I'm thinking about. But you guys have probably already heard of this, but it's just been so weird to like figure out with the delay and everything. It's just like hard to then on my side what to do. So anyway, that should be just heads up for you guys then with that. Other stuff, I don't know if you guys are still here or not. Hey, there's still people. Hello. Excuse me. Derpy movie is going great. I'm actually really happy with how things are turning out with the movie. I'm actually getting a little bit too ahead of myself. Because with the 3D set, I only really need like for part 3 and 4, I split it up, so it'll be in the same set or same area. But in part 3, you only see like half of the full area, if that makes sense. Where they only get like midpoint of the area pretty much, and then part 4 will be like the mid half to like the end of it. So figuring out, yeah, all that kind of geometry stuff of if I put the 3D camera in certain places, how much will you see? So I'm just like making sure that I get all my bases covered, because you get nothing really for free in 3D, really. You definitely get perspective and definitely bloom and whatever, shadows and whatever you want with it, but it's like, if you need, to turn your camera like a little bit too far, you're gonna like see that, oh yeah, I didn't actually make anything there. That you like exit the boundary pretty much. That if I play the camera too far, then that if I move it a little bit too far for the next shot, then I won't have anything there, Probably already told you that the set is like a city, so you can imagine like you get to like one in through a street into a city, and then they get into a place there, like a building. So like on the street, like as it like pans across through the city, I'm just thinking like how much I need to put in. So I'm just making like assets like here and there, like so much. Just making a whole bunch of different buildings and little street bits, like street signs, and having really a bunch of fun with little bits like that. But I know that they don't get to the next place, or at least the edge of the next place. I don't think, but I'm just thinking ahead and just trying to figure out most of that. So I think I'm just going too far with it, and like yeah, too far with the 3D set that I probably shouldn't just go back to like the first half and make sure that that looks good. So that's pretty much what I've been doing, is just making a whole bunch of different background bits here and there. Um, but yeah, I probably should go back to where the cameras will actually be. Can you imagine like you only like see like half of the city, and then for the second part or part 4, you see the other half. But I'm making assets that are being in the second part, but I'm not sure if in the first part the camera will happen to turn, or at least be in that kind of angle that you would see the second half side. So yeah, that's where I'm trying to figure things out in that case. Cover my bases, but I'm not sure if I need to, but just in case, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, I think that's about it for that. Midnight Mirrors, then kind of talked about that. They were getting the voices real quick for this month. That we're gonna probably have like a second table read, which I don't know if that's normal, but I think we changed enough of the script. Gan said that we probably require to do another table read, but at this point it's just like, let's just record it. But let's see. How often do you do animation? Do often. Every day. At least it's, you know, it's as much as my body allows me to. I try to work every day. Probably like half a day. Probably like part time, or I don't know. It depends. However long I do. But I try to do it as much as I can every day. But I'm just being spread out between different projects. You know, that I'm not. Some days I might only have times, or like want to spend time, you know, do some quality time in like one project or another. You know, like today I didn't have as much to do with Midnight Mirrors that I spent today working on assets in Derpy movie for, I guess. I start really only like working like early or like late afternoon. I don't know. And then I guess on like Tuesdays and Thursdays I don't get much time, or less time, because my dinner is like at 5 or 5:30. So right after this I like go to have dinner. But if it was like any other day, like not Tuesdays, Thursdays, then I can go use this hour to then keep working, if that makes sense. So on these days I actually get less stuff done on my regular projects, but if it means that I get to do the YouTube way of talking to community and, you know, answering your questions like this, then I think it's worth it. Thankfully it's only like 2 hours a week, so I can definitely spare that, you know. But for some of the larger projects, like the one I was doing like last year, where I was trying to do one every month, it was, yeah, that was so much of a balancing act of working so hard but also not breaking myself. That trying to find a healthy balance is more important, but I tend to work every day, at least, you know, if it's only for like part-time or part-time hours, then so be it, you know. It's like that's okay. That means you got something done, you know, rather than nothing. But again, if you like think about it, or at least take notes when you're like off computer, because my mind is getting real. But for dinner I like go upstairs, so I turn my computer off after this. So if I like have an idea, it's like I might, you know, think about it or write it in my notes, and then next time I come back, like the next day, then I can look at those notes and go, oh yeah, and then work on it. But yeah, it always feels like I'm always working. You know, in my mind, I'm like 24/7, always thinking about the projects that I'm working on. So how often do I do animation? Really, like actually working like half the time that, you know, I'm actually like awake. um, but I don't know. It depends. Yeah. I can't think of like a normal number just because I might take a break here and there, and then like those breaks might be, you know, if I watch a YouTube video for like 10 minutes or 2 hours, it's like I don't know. But in general, like every day, but like at least somewhat, if that makes sense. But um oh yeah, I also remembered that my video got in the top 10 of the May Little Shy videos. So remember that. Thank you for the votes. I don't know. It's always like weird honor to like. I feel like I'm a nobody in this kind of community. It's like I don't know if anyone actually watches my stuff, or like actually cares about it to like vote on it or like think about it as a worthy contender against these, you know, million other views videos. I was like, oh, I made like 1,000 views on that Derpy movie video. I was like, it nowhere compares. But yeah, it's really gratifying. So yeah, just a quick thank you on that. It was inspiring that it's like, oh yeah, I gotta like, you know, get work on the next part, but I'm yeah, working my hardest to like make sure that I'm getting these movie parts out as quick as I can. But yeah, just that they take a while. It definitely take longer than what I've drawn here, you know. Like there's only like 40-50 minutes to draw this. But yeah, if it was like an asset or something, I would definitely want to. I don't know if I would spend more time on it, more than an hour on one asset. I would probably want to, you know, make at least 1.5 assets in an hour. You know, with the 3D stuff, it's fun because I got to like think about the different objects in a different way, or at least unwrap them. You know, they can think about it like a Christmas gift or like a package where you have to fold your flat rectangle wrapping on top of a 3D object. So yeah, I like to bend it over these different sides. So if you like get it out perfect in like 6 different sides, and then you can take the wrapping off and then split it out. That's what I have to like deal with and trying to draw it in multiple angles on one sheet, and that's really fun to like problem solve with that. But yeah, I'm rambling now, but yeah, that's fun with that. It's a different way of drawing, so yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, I'll wrap up. So yeah, thank you for watching this and watching my videos. Hope these are fun. I don't know. I mean, you be the judge of that. Yeah, thanks for voting on this one. This was one of my top ones that I wanted to do. I guess actually see if we can real quick see what the original one looked like. Yeah, we made it a little bit better than, I don't know. This has its own style, but it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely just like random scribbles, just really randomly everywhere. While the other one looks like a Cartoon Network, you know, kind of, where to go, feel to it. Somewhat, I don't know. Maybe the line weight's a little bit off in some places, but that's just human error with that. Oh boy. Thank you. Alright. I'm gonna end then. How do I do this? It's on this side. Thank you. Okay. I gotta do this first. Bye. See ya. See you next week.